Hi loves! In today's video, I will be giving you the ultimate hair growth tips that has helped my hair to thrive and to retain length. I will be giving you 4 main tips to help you grow your hair and retain length. I've had a few setbacks because I wasn't incorporating these tips, and I'll share these with you in the video as well. So the first main tip to grow your hair long would be moisture. Our hair needs moisture. Our hair thrives when it's moisturized. If your hair is not moisturized, your hair is gonna be fragile and more susceptible to breakage. So when it comes to washing your hair, you need to make sure that you have pre-pooed your hair and coated your hair first before you shampoo your hair, because shampooing your hair dries off and strips off your hair from its moisture, even though it helps to wash and remove the product buildup. I use okra gel, which I'm showing to you now. Some people use aloe vera, or you could use a conditioner which has a lot of slip, and I always make sure I use that when I am taking down my braids to make sure that my hair has a lot of slip and it's easy for me to unravel the braids. When you are shampooing your hair, make sure you stay away from sulfate shampoos because they are excessively drying to the hair. I use the Cream of Nature Argan Oil shampoo, but if you want a full list of hair products that I use for my hair, you can watch my natural hair products and tips for hair growth video, which I will link. Also, you need to make sure that every time you wash your hair, you deep condition your hair as well, to make sure that you are replenishing your hair and putting in the moisture that your hair has lost. My favorite hair DIY conditioner is the hibiscus DIY conditioner, which I am showing you now. It makes my hair feel very moisturized and soft to touch. If you haven't watched the full video, you can do so. It is very easy to make, and I basically mix it with my favorite conditioner, which is the Tresemme conditioner, and some shea butter. You can also use it as a pre-poo because it has a lot of slip, especially when I mix it with okra gel. Anywhere you go, anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere you say, anywhere. When I apply this conditioner, I work it in gently and then finger detangle my hair before I use a detangling tool, which is my Tangle Teaser. After I'm done applying the conditioner onto my whole head of hair, I make sure I sit underneath a hooded dryer for at least 20 minutes to make sure that the heat allows the products or ingredients to penetrate into the hair shaft. You do not have to leave in the conditioner for the whole night. I have stopped doing this a very long time ago. I think the last time I did this was 2 years ago, and my hair would feel so mushy and it just felt lifeless. So I don't leave in my conditioner overnight anymore. I don't think there's any use. It is basically a waste of time. So just leave it in for 20 minutes. As long as you use a hooded dryer, that should make the process even faster. But if you don't have a hooded dryer, you can leave it in for at most an hour. But even that's not necessary. I also have a DIY hairspray with hibiscus as the main ingredient, and I use this in my hair 1 to 3 times a week. When you are moisturizing your hair after washing it and after you have rinsed out the deep conditioner, make sure you spritz your hair with water first, because that's the main element for moisturizing your hair if your hair is dry. And then you can apply a leave-in conditioner. My conditioner is not really a leave-in conditioner, it is the Tresemme conditioner, but I've used it as a leave-in conditioner just fine. And then apply some oil to seal in the moisture. In the early stages of my natural hair journey, I would put oils on my hair thinking I have moisturized my hair. I don't know where I got this idea from, don't crucify me, but that's what I did, and my hair would feel so dry and crusty because there was no moisture from me to seal in the moisture by using an oil. So my hair was not moisturized, and then it started breaking off. And through watching YouTube, I realized that I was making a huge mistake and not moisturizing my hair. So that was one of the first huge mistakes that I realized I was doing in my natural hair journey. So don't be like me. Make sure you seal in the moisture after you have put in the moisturizer in your hair. And I also use grease is completely fine. I have been using it on my hair just fine for the past 2 years, and it makes my hair feel moisturized for much longer. So that's what I do. The second tip for growing your hair long or retaining length is how you detangle your hair. First of all, never detangle your hair when it's dry because it is at its most fragile state. When it is dry, it becomes more susceptible to breakage, and that's why some people don't see any hair length retention. When you are detangling your hair, make sure you separate your hair strands with your fingers first, or finger detangle first, and then you can use a detangling tool. Please avoid those teeny tiny combs. Those will rake out and break out your hair. Don't comb your hair like your hair owes you money. Take your time and be gentle and be kind to your hair. Also, there is literally no point in detangling your hair every day. That's just going to lead to excessive manipulation and breakage. Another hair setback I had around 2019 was because I was combing my hair every day, and I was combing my hair so much because I thought detangled hair was the type of hair where I could literally run my fingers through my hair. Unless your hair is straight or blow dried, it's highly unlikely that you will be able to run your hands through your hair, especially with thick 4C kinky hair. It's not needed, it is not necessary, and it's not required. So don't comb your hair to the point where you can run your hands through your hair. It's just going to cause excessive breakage and thinning. Moreover, once you're done detangling your hair, make sure you twist up your hair or braid up your hair at night, because that will help to lock in the moisture, and that will prevent your hair tangling up as well. I know I do not always practice what I preach, but yeah. I try to do this all the time, but sometimes I do sleep with my hair all out. Also, please make sure you show the ends of your hair more love. They are the oldest part of your hair, and they are the most fragile because of this. So I always apply more conditioner and extra virgin olive oil onto the ends of my hair just to make sure it is given the TLC that it needs. The next tip is protective styles. Leaving your hair alone is essential for hair growth because it makes sure that you are not constantly manipulating your hair, and overly manipulating your hair can cause breakage. So I do a lot of protective styles. I think at least 6 months of the year my hair is completely left alone in braids with extensions, but I also like braids without extensions and twists as well. It allows me to moisturize my hair when needed because my hair is easily accessible when I've got my hair in braids or twists without extensions. For protective styles, I would say it's good to leave your hair alone for at least a month because the insulation process can cause a lot of stress on your hair. So try not to install protective styles every 2 weeks and removing it, especially when it is a protective style with extensions. Also make sure that the style is not too tight. If you're looking surprised and confused 24/7, then that hairstyle is not for you. If you can't turn around, if you can't look up, please, it's not worth it. Please remove the braids. It is not worth the pain or the headache. And also, when you are removing the protective style, make sure you are very gentle and patient with your hair. Do not take down your braids too quickly. And even if it's a protective style without extensions, make sure you are very gentle and patient with your hair as well. The setback I had in relation to protective style was I trusted the wrong person to install my braids when I went to Ghana. I was switching it up consistently because I felt like I was on vacation and I wanted my hair to be slayed. And I was going to the poolside quite often because I like to swim. And because of this, I made sure my hair was in a protective style, but I didn't ensure that the person who I entrusted to do my hair cared for natural hair. It says so on front of her salon that it's a salon that caters to natural hair, but the methods of how she detangled my hair was so rough that I lost a lot of hair and I got a lot of split ends at the end. So when it comes to protective style, I would say please go to a hairdresser or a hairstylist who cares for your hair, not really cares for how the style turns out, but actually cares that the health of your hair is up to par as well. The fourth tip is to keep your hair stretched. If your hair is stretched, it helps to eliminate tangles and single strand knots forming in your hair. So make sure your hair is stretched. You don't necessarily need to use heat to stretch out your hair. I can stretch out my hair using non-heat methods like braids, twists, and African threading, and even the banding method as well. That helps. The video that I'm showing you right now is me unraveling my hair using African threading. Unfortunately, I cannot do these African threading style on my head myself. My mom usually does it, so I don't do this often, but the most often or common way, most common way for me to stretch out my hair is using braids. This is how my hair looked after removing the African threading out of my hair. I also use a blow dryer to stretch out my hair. I mainly use a blow dryer after I have washed my hair, but I don't use it in between wash days. I always make sure that I use a heat protectant to protect my hair before I blow dry my hair. I know heat isn't good for the hair, but as long as you use it with caution and safely by using a heat protectant and not using it excessively, you can still use it without any damage. I use a blow dryer, I think, 4 times in a year. I also blow dry using the tension method, and I don't put my blow dryer on the highest heat section. It's usually in the medium heat section when I blow dry my hair to minimize any likelihood of damage to my hair. And this is how my hair looks completely blow dried. I love how thick and full it looks, but I usually don't go out like this because I don't like attention. A setback I had in 2018, 2019 was that I was wearing my hair in predominantly shrunken hairstyles and my hair would break off a lot. And I spoke to two cousins who I knew had natural hair and they said that that's quite normal. It's normal for your hair to break. After doing research on YouTube, I stopped wearing my hair in shrunken hairstyles and wore my hair in stretched hairstyles. And that's when I saw a reduction in the hair breakage that I was getting. So stretch hairstyles saved my life. Some people would say not wearing your hair in shrunken hairstyles means you're not comfortable with your hair texture or your hair density, but stretch hairstyles has helped save and retain my hair length. A bonus tip is to massage your scalp with Jamaican black castor oil and peppermint oil. These oils are known to promote and aid hair growth. Jamaican black castor oil is also known to thicken the hair. I do this every other day to help grow my hair long and thick. And also, scalp massages are known to stimulate blood flow to the scalp, which in turn helps to promote hair growth. Thank you for watching till the end. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what your top 4 tips for hair growth are. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye.